I recently ordered the OnePlus 15 from China and had it imported into the United States before they had a chance to launch it here. So here is my unboxing. Let's take a look. We have the box itself, very, very bright red. And while a lot of the text on the box itself is in Chinese, we can change this in the software itself. So here is the case that comes with the box, something that's very popular over in China. Here is the phone itself in its little paper wrap. You push this to the side. And here is the massive 120 watt VOOC or Super VOOC charger. And the very happy SIM ejector tool. When we take the phone out of the paper sleeve, it's very, very solid. We have a matte finish on the back, so there's not going to be much fingerprinting here. And a lot of these phones from China have these pre-installed screen protectors. So I take that off, pop it into the case that it comes with. My case has a nice little raised OnePlus logo. I gotta say, I'm just really a fan of how this phone looks and feels in the hand. So let's go and boot the phone up for the first time. And it's actually booting us into Android that has already been activated. Again, something that's popular when you import phones from China. Here is our settings app. Go into the About phone. We have the OnePlus 15. It has the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 SoC. We have a 7300 milliamp hour battery, 12 gigabytes of RAM, and we can expand that by another 12 gigabytes if we want. Now, since this phone was already activated and it was imported in China, I want to go ahead and factory data reset it. So we're doing that from the settings. You'll see the phone reboot. It will turn back on momentarily so that it can do that factory data reset. And then it's going to go through a boot cycle. Once that's completed, we'll see the phone boot back up. And this first boot back into Android, it's going to take longer than normal since we did just do that format. But if we wait, then you will see that phone switch from this Color OS animation over to the Android activation screen. The language is in Chinese, but that's easily fixable. We just switch that over. And now we have all of that legal mumbo jumbo. And this is kind of interesting. These are a bunch of enhancement services that OnePlus has added to their Chinese version of ColorOS. And while I am familiar with some setup steps that are similar to this page just goes on and on and on and on. It really was surprising just how many optional settings and services and features that they have decided to add in here. I literally had to skip forward through a bunch of this because there were so many multiple game centers, multiple browser services. I don't know about you, but I don't need any of that on my phone, especially when I first activate it. I'm going to set the phone up without any data, log into the Wi-Fi network. We're just going to skip all of this that we can. Here we have our screen color mode. Again, just like before, I'm not setting up a lot of this right now because I'm just wanting to get it formatted, just wanting to get back into the operating system for the first time. Now, I don't know about you, but again, I don't need all of these apps installed. A lot of these I have no idea what they are. A lot of them I don't use, as I use other things for notes or other apps for calendars, other apps for gallery, things like that. So I'm going in here and uninstalling every single app that I'm able to do. This isn't technically debloating it since I'm only going through and uninstalling it through the built-in methods. But you can see there are dozens and dozens of apps on here pre-installed, even though I declined all of those optional services and products. A lot of these end up being grouped, and we can just ungroup them, remove them from the folder, and then uninstall them again, one at a time, just getting rid of all of the apps that we do not use and do not need on this phone. And while the Google Play Store was not on this phone, since I imported it from China, I was able to get it sideloaded after downloading that APK file. And I'll show you how to set up the Google Play Store and Google Play services on the Chinese version of the OnePlus 15 in the next video.